quite often with our time together concerning collaborative consultations of many musicians' efforts, I have regarded the metal sphere as a bit niche in how I approach it with respect to my personal relationships. And I do not have much connection on face-to-face contacts with anybody that shares in I never really have over a general pool of years. But alongside many of you, you fulfilled that void. However you approach, by the way, whether it be as a new-time viewer or maybe a long-time mutual witnesser to so many musicians with humor on a repeat basis, music is always fun to enjoy in company, and certainly for Exit Eden credits. No exception there at all. And however you approach on Extreme a Viewpoint, whether you're familiarized or not, I hope you feel quite welcome here as we explore in a greater depth such a strong international supergroup talent consisting of 4 leading vocalists of French, Brazilian, German-American, and American background, at least in the time of Rhapsodies in Black, the album we're surveying in full, though their American member Amanda Somerville is no longer a part of the group. For understandable reasons, the trio lives on, and the name of Exit Eden continues to new adventures that we're going to take in the not too distant future anymore. I'm really looking forward to any opportunities we have in mutual exploration. Again, symphonic metal, I absolutely love it. And I've said many times, again, with respect to how niche I feel, you all fill that void in my life. I have connection that so many of you share in my personalized tastes, and perhaps some of you have come along the ride just wanting to witness good art within certainly a music outlet, or really any facet. We try and find that, and music readily delivers it as far as I'm concerned, certainly of the European metal adjacent credit noting the Napalm Records regard, and the bridge that brought me in on familiarity with their member Clementine Delany from Visions of Atlantis. Truly Exit Eden appeals. I have tried to pitch, perhaps, to my personalized relationships a reach. In fact, I've surveyed different names of the collaborations included here on part of cover work that Exit Eden is highlighting in general. But I understand it's a bit of a mixture on the new album. I think an even split between original pieces and covers. On Rhapsodies in Black, an entire cover week. But I have to different people tried to pitch out names of, hey, you might like this if you know this artist, again, from an older period of time. And part Exit Eden, I have to credit them. They're giving me an accessibility of entrance to many talents that I did not grow up with on first exploration, but I know notable names. For example, Bonnie Tyler. I know Total Eclipse of the Heart, but I wasn't as familiarized to her name until I read the credit. I listened to the sample of the number. I'm like, oh, I know this one. And I thought, hey, maybe somebody in my life might like Exit Eden on a first attempt because they might like Bonnie Tyler. I did try. No takers. I'm thinking mostly of my mother. Like, hey, you grew up with this type of music in your time, at least in a closer relationship than you raised me, and I was kind of raised in more of a sheltered window on exploration within many of the more well-known names, certainly in American music history culture of whatever extreme, and I thought Bonnie Tyler would be a grab, and apparently it wasn't. I do try, though, to pitch out names, and maybe you're somebody that's never heard Exit Eden. This will be a welcome attempt for you. Maybe you came in because of the Bonnie Tyler connection. Maybe you're someone that likes Total Eclipse of the Heart. I find it kind of a fun tune. Certainly they get an earlier pop energy, but one I'm sure that retold in a symphonic metal language, Exit Eden will bedazzle us with a never-fitting recapturing of that same magic, just told a bit differently, but with extreme capability. Maybe I will have a greater effect on possibly pitching roots to you of favorability than it seems I do with my mother. I try so often, and with many of her credits at this point. For example, Diana van Giersbergen, I've tried her too, and my mom's clearly not into opera based on her response, but I try, it's not just my mother, by the way, I throw out names to other people, I'm picking a quick reference, but I do try, hopefully, to pitch roots directly. It doesn't always take, sometimes yes, very rarely, but with you, I've heard from comments in past consultation opportunities we've had that there has been that case of new groups that work on introduction that you quite like. So I'm sure there's a possibility, maybe. I'd love to hear if that's the case once we wrap up with Total Eclipse of the Heart and experiencing the cover version. From Exit Eden, though, just on prospect, I think we're going to be in for quite a fun encounter, you and I together. It always is fun with collaborative route. But Bonnie Tyler's piece, this is a good one, I think, to cover. I think Exit Eden will do a really nice job with it. Perfect soft opener. We haven't had male vocals yet. That's new. Amanda's doing a perfect job of hitting that extreme. I love the energy of the performance. Perfect match to lyrics. The build's perfect too. Oh, it's perfect. Same effect, recaptured so well. Fantastic build-up. So much praise I could give this adaptation, and the perfect balance on mood between softer and aggressive energy. It's a fun mix. Oh man, it's clicking. She's just going for it. You can tell just in the performance, like just Amanda's. Man, I love passion. You get it so readily of visualizers. Perfect reaches again, and whatever stream on vocals so far. And the build's so fantastic. Equivalence and prowess, they always deliver. It's such a sensational experience. And the intermixing as well always clicks. You know, I like this riff break in terms of the pause. It works, and certainly keeps up the momentum of the number generally, but I'm looking forward to that softer section, just what was demonstrated in the first chorus. Post that? It was so good. It's coming, I know.
There's nothing I can do, a total eclipse of the heart. Nothing I can say.
We're still going. I mean, those are finished. Just keep it going. Man, instant replay for me. I need to confirm this just really quickly, but in the present, as I look this up, my reverence still stands. Any piece Exit Eden touches is just such a glamorous encounter. Bonnie Tyler. Wow. The performance, too. Okay, let me confirm this first, just to make sure I'm getting this right in terms of response to choice. There is still a key change in how Exit Eden reimagines it, but it's such a close approximation. And on styling, it's a perfect recapturing of Bonnie Tyler's number, I think. Beautifully reimagined. Perfectly amplified again to the symphonic extreme. Tonally, what a good story this one is. And the vocal interplay, plus the visualizer does so much aid for the emotional side. I mean, the song touches you enough. It's a piercing number. Man, just the reverence is so striking with this one, just on reflection too. You really let it just absorb you, and I can't even put into words how much I love it. But you watch the interplay between all four of them and the clear moments where Amanda just shines. I mean, she really does. I mean, we're reaching the end of our journey through Rhapsodies in Black and a full consideration. But and I know, again, she's no longer with the group for understandable reasons, but man, I do wish we could have had more in vocal alignment between the four of them. They all work so well. But her sections, whatever extreme necessitated by evolution of the number, she just masters it perfectly, whether it be on the lower melodic range. And those ones really strike. Again, when the number closes out with a total eclipse of the heart bit, again, you saw me, I'm like, I just want to get to the finish because it was so good the first time around. And when you hear it again, you're like, oh man, it's just perfectly delivered. That emotional resonance and the precision in that line, paired again with the isolation and the softness of approach, it is such an endearing moment of the piece. I can't get over how good it is. It's just, a small window, and the rest of it is just a full throttle enjoyment ride. Those choruses, oh my gosh, they are good. But the visualizer, like I said, piercing in this case to every vocalist. Again, such a great fit among all three of these ladies. All four. Natural harmony. I'm getting ahead of myself to the present era. Not to leave anyone out, and certainly not Amanda, because Amanda's like the center stage performer here with this number. Again, and perfect flow to Bonnie Tyler. Those sections where she really stretches her voice, that higher elevation, that I need your love tonight, that verse, and what you see displayed before you in terms of the performance, that really, it takes center stage for me. In consideration of the original piece, total immersive fit, perfectly echoes the original magic of Bonnie Tyler's number, and why I'm sure for many of us it is so revered. I quite like it, my mother might not, but I'm going to still try. I'm going to try and see if maybe I can woo her over with this, because I think the recapturing is so good. And the original piece, in its first condition, fantastic listen, but again, perfectly reimagined on energy, performance. It's just, I love it. This is why I love symphonic metal and Exit Eden, and certainly the European metal world or anything connected to it. There's just so much advantage to this space. I love it. Love the experiences we take together. And cover specifically every piece we've recognized. True caliber. Man, defined clearly on voice. This one's perfect. Score organization, vocal placement, vocal face, I'll call it. Again, Amanda's jumps naturally between the melodic or the higher ranges blended with, of course, the vocal associations on all the other three members. Those blends always work well. But the choruses and then the drops off of those total eclipse of the heart closures. It's such a perfect effect and recapturing of the original song. What a phenomenal experience. And again, like I said with the visualizer, the passion and the emotions that you connect with, you get into the heart of the artist. And you can clearly tell with Amanda, like I said, she just goes for it. It's so evident. There's no way to avoid it, and you sense that again in the song delivery. What a powerful tune. What a great number. Best humored with you, and I'm glad it could be on a Fresh Impression Witness. What an encounter. Exit Eden, sensational crowd pleaser, I would say, and I hope you feel that as well. And how do you approach Exit Eden familiarity? First gamble? Bonnie Tyler familiarity? I'd love to know the angle you take. I think it's perfect of a number. It's wonderful. It might be a heavy ask to some people. I'll continue to try and pitch out their name. I love the world we're in. You and I, together. So many great talents that we get to enjoy mutual company. Again, however we approach in terms of familiarity and personal favorites tastes. But if you have an open heart, I think Exit Eden with this piece just readily will click with you. Whether or not you're first and foremost a metal fan, that certainly helps. But just as a number, I love it. It's perfect. It's perfect. That's the best way I can frame it. It's a beautiful recapturing. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.